Okay, I read part of this book here, Silent Weapons for Quiet Walls, and it said confidential top secret. Okay, they say the same thing. So it said original publication, date unknown, circa 1954, circa 1954, 1969. Oh, I ain't got my glasses on. It's it right here. I was all scrunchy. And 1979 by what seems to be a United States government agency or contractor unknown by name. Is claimed in 1996 Lally Hartford Van Dyke, who failed to copyright. Previous book tree print in 1998. New material 2018. The book tree alright reserved. Background cover art, image stock design, cover layout Paul Tice, public by the book tree, uh, P.O. Box 16476, San Diego, California 92176 is the zip code. www.thebooktree.com. So I read the introduction, which was on Roman numbers 3 through 6. I did the preface, which was Roman number 7, and I began to read Top Secret, Silent Weapons for Quiet Walls. And I read I read from pages, um, I did the security, pages 1 through 6. So I stopped at political introduction. And this is where I will begin on this video. In 1954, it was well recognized by tons of those. Now, I might miss some words because this is poor typing. Um, whatever they printed it out on was not a good. Be quiet, behave, or put you in the room. Behave. Um, the printer was a good printout, so some of the letters, it's not the words, but by the letters not being printed out good, it made me hard. It's hard for me to say the words. Okay, in 1954, it was well recognized by those in positions of authority that it was only a matter of time, only a few decades before the general public would be able to get grasp and upset the cradle of power. For the very elements of the new silent weapon technology were as accessible for a public utopic as they were for providing a private utopia. I think I'm saying that right. The issue of primary concern that of dominance revolved around the subject of energy. I don't know if this is science. I can't make out the first letter. Um, energy. Energy is recognized as the key to all activity on Earth. Natural science is the study of the source and control of natural energy, and social science theoretically expressed as economic, is the study of the sources and control of social energy. Do it, no, that's not do it. It looked like a D, but it's a B. Both are bookkeeping systems mathematic. Therefore, mathematics is the primary energy science, and the bookkeeper can be king if the public can be kept ignorant of the methodology of the bookkeeping. All science is merely a means to an end. The mean is knowledge, the end is control. Beyond this remains only one issue: who will be the beneficiary? In 1954, this was the issue of primary concern, although the so-called moral issue were raised in view of the law of natural solution. It was agreed that a national world of people who would not use their intelligence are no better than animals who do not have intelligence. So this is what they think of human beings. Such a people are beasts of burden and state on the table by choice and consent. Consequently, in the interest of future world order, peace, and tranquility, it was decided to privately wage a quiet war against the American public with an ultimate objective of pre prominent. That's not prominent. What is that? Permit. I don't know that word. I can't make it out. Shifting the natural and social energy wealth of the undisciplined and irresponsible many into the hands of the self-disciplined, responsible, and worthy few. Now you know that is these people is really crazy, where they think people is undisciplined and irresponsible, but yet they the one want to kill people. In order to implement this objective, it was necessary to create, secure, and apply now weapons, which, as it turned out, were a class of weapons such subtle and sophisticated in their principle of operation and public appearance as to earn for themselves the name silent weapons. They're not that silent because I can hear them. I can hear when they shooting at me. That's how I know they're doing it. The conclusion, the objective of economic research as conducted by the I can't make that word out because I can't tell what the letters are of I guess capital, banking, and the industries of commodities, goods, and several several something in the I tell you what, they should have did better with this typing. Okay, in the I don't know if that's establishment. That's what it looked like. It could be establishment, but the first few letters is not right. Of an economic which is totally predictable and manipulatable. In order to achieve a total predictable economic, the low class elements of the society must be brought under total control. Um, must be housebroken, trained, and I reckon that's why they're trying to keep us in the house. The housebreakers. They ain't housebreaking me. They're pissing me off. That's what they're doing. Um, from the total control. The be housebroken, trained, and assigned it a yoke and long-term social duties from a very early age before they have an opportunity to question the pro, 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 propriety of the matter. I don't know if that's right. In order to achieve such conformity, the lower class family unit must be misintegrated by a process of increasing preoccupation of the parents and the establishments of government operated daycare centers for the occupationally orphaned children. The quality of education given to the lower class must be of the poorest sort, so that the most of wait a minute, I don't know what that word is. It's look like it's M-O moat of ignorance, isolation, the inferior class from the superior class is and remains incomprehensible to the inferior class, with such an initial handicap. Even bright lower class individuals have little, if any, hope of intricating themselves from their assigned lot in life. This form of slavery is accessible. I've been telling y'all that's what these people trying to do, trying to put us in slavery, is essential to maintaining some measure of social order, peace, and tranquility for the ruling upper class. These people are sick. They really are sick. Descriptive introduction of the silent weapon. Everything that is expected from an ordinary weapon is expected from a silent weapon, but its creators but only in its own manner of functioning. It shoots situations, situations. That's what it look like instead of bullets. I wonder what that is, situations. Cause that's what they been shooting me with and shooting in this house through the windows and stuff. It shoots situations instead of bullets, propelled by data processing instead of a chemical reaction, explosion originating from bits of data instead of grains of gunpowder, from a computer instead of a gun, operated by a computer programmer instead of a marksman, under the order of a banking magnate instead of a military general. I can't make all these words out in that. It look like you say M-A-G, that a N. I don't know if that's a or O-T-E. I don't know if that's if I'm saying it right, because the letters ain't that formed. It makes no obvious explosive noises, cause no obvious physical or mental injury. Yes, it does. That's a lie from hell. and does not obviously interfere with anyone's daily social life. That's another lie from hell. The whole paragraph is a lie straight out of hell. Yet it makes an unmistakable noise, causes unmistakable physical and mental damage, and unmistakably interferes with daily social life. Now, you see, that's look like that's crazy right there. Unmistakable to a trained observer, one who knows what to look for. The public cannot comprehend this weapon and therefore cannot believe that they are being attacked. See, they telling just this is just what's going on. Attacked and subdued by a weapon. The public might instantly feel that something is wrong, but because of the technical nature of the silent weapon, they cannot express their feelings in a rational way or handle the problem with intelligence. Therefore, they do not know how to cry for help and do not know how to associate with others to defend themselves against. Yeah, we do. That's a lie. That's another lie from here. We do know how to cry out for help, and we do know how to associate with each other. That's what we doing right on YouTube. When a silent weapon is applied gradually to the public, and it ain't just the public, it's certain people of the public. The public adjusts, adapts to its presence. No, we don't. No, we don't adapt to it. No, we don't. I haven't adapted yet. They've been attacking me for years. And learns to tolerate its encroachment on their lives until the pressure, psychological, bioeconomic, becomes too great and they crack up. That's what they want us to do, crack up. They'll be stronger than what they think. Therefore, the silent weapon is a type of biological warfare. It attacks the vitality, options, and mobility of the individual of a society by knowing, understanding, manipulating, and attacking their source of nature and social energy and their physical, mental, and emotional strengths and weaknesses. This is theoretical introduction. Give me control over a nation currency, and I care not who make it law. Maya Amschel, Rothschild. This one the Rothschilds, and that's what they wanted: control over the currency, and that's what they got: control over the currency. Today's silent weapon technology is an outgrowth of a simple idea discovered subsequent, no, that's not succinct, I can't say it, expressed it and effectively applied by the quoted. Okay, Mr. Rothschild discovered the missing passive component of economic theory known as economic inductance. He, of course, did not think of his discovery in these 20th century terms, and to be sure, they're attacking this out of my head. Oh. Mathematically, analysis had to wait for a second industrial revolution, the rise of the theory of mechanics and electronics, and finally the invention of the electronic computer before it could be effectively applied to the control of the world economy. Okay, general energy concepts. In the study, okay, I'm on page 10 now. In the study of general systems, there always appear three elementary concepts. These are potential energy, uh, kinetic energy, kinetic energy, and energy dissipation, analyzed essentially pure physically counterparts called passive counterparts. In the science of physical mechanics, the phenomenon of potential energy is associated with a physical property called electricity or stiffness, and can be represented by a stretch, a spring. In electronic science, potential energy is stored in a capacitor instead of a spring. This property is called capacitance instead of electricity or stiffness. In the science of physical mechanics, the phenomena of kinetic energy is associated with a physical property called inertia or mass, and can be represented by a mass or a flywheel in motion. In electronic science, kinetic energy is stored in one inductor in a magnetic field instead of a mass. This property is called inductance instead of inertia. I don't know what is. I'm feeling strange in my head. Seems like they just don't want to see me read this book, because it really is working on my head. I feel like I got a fever, but I know it's not a fever. It's this heat from this energy. Okay, in the science of physical mechanics, the paranormal of energy dissipation is associated with a physical property called friction or resistance, and can be represented by a dashpot or other device which converts system energy into heat. See, they really turn my head up. I just caught a sharp pain right here too. I can't understand. They gotta have a voodoo doll sticking me. What's wrong with you down there, boy? They mess with you too. um, and electronic science, dissipation of energy is performed by an element called either a resistor or a conductor. The term resistor being the one generally used to express the concept of friction, and the term conductor being generally used to describe a more ideal device ex, 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 employed to convey electricity energy effectively from one location to another. The property of a resistance or conductor is measured as either resistance or conductance. Reciprocals. In economics, these three energies concepts are associated with. economic capacity, capital, money is what they got in parentheses, stock, inventory, investment in buildings. That's number one. Number two, economic conductance, goods, production, flow co-effectively. And number three is uh, economic induction, serving the influence of the population of industry on output. Ugh. Okay, all of the mathematical theory developed in the study of one energy system, mechanic, electronic, etc., can be immediately applied in the study of any other energy system. Okay, I'm gonna read this right here, and then I'm gonna stop right there on page 11 because they're trying to put me to sleep. All of the mathematical theory developed in the study of one energy system, mechanics, electronics, and etc., can be immediately applied in the study of an other energy system. So I'm gonna stop right there because these devils trying to put me to sleep. When I come back, I'll be reading Mr. Rothschild's Energy Discovery. So I'm gonna put this here right there. And I should be coming up on some of these schematics in here. I see one so far. Two. So I ain't far from the schematics. So I'm gonna call that a read. I may come back later on with scriptures. I'm still in Genesis. Uh, I got to find out which chapter I'm on that I start with in Genesis. But this is a book here that's things I've been trying to tell people, and everybody, even talking to individuals, even some talking to individuals, don't want to believe I'm going through what I'm going through. I'm not just going through gang stalking. I'm going through pure torture, being raped and sodomized, and being shot. I got little balls in my skin where these devils is shooting me. I got stuff feel like it's in my neck. Little hard things. I would be in a car, they'll be behind me, shoot me in my head and my neck. And then they'll come around and speed in front of us and take off. I done been down 95, I-95 and be in a tight. They followed me all the way to my son's grave. Now you know these people is pathetic. I was in D.C., Washington, D.C. at a funeral. I'm being attacked in the funeral. Now you know these people is pure devils. But that's all right. They gonna go where devils go. God gonna deal with him the same way he deal with Satan and them fallen angels and the demons. The same way that he deal with them, he gonna deal with these people here. The gang stalkers and all these molesters, the human traffickers. You're gonna answer. You will answer. And that's a promise that you will answer. Because one thing, the word will not go back to God void. And that's the word. So I'm going to end it here.